Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monthly Purpose, episode 12 on Story. And here are your hosts, Derek and Hayat.
Hello. How are we doing tonight? Alrighty, let's get the show started. Thank you so much for being here with us. Could be anywhere, but you. So,
Sounds like it's a lot of energy in here tonight, too, which is really cool.
I like it. That's awesome.
So, sounds like everybody's kind of getting ready to get started. So, let's go have some fun, man.
Yeah. All right.
So, tonight's show is made possible by the Delaware Department of Health and Social Services. Most folks know it as DSAM, and especially if you work in mental health or if you know somebody that's struggling with anything involving mental health, that is one of the best resources and websites to actually check out. You'll have resources from everything, mental health to addiction, alcoholism, prevention. Know somebody that's struggling? Definitely don't hesitate to hit the DSAM website.
Yeah, great resources. Anything in Delaware. Have next. Okay, who's in the room? Lights, please. So we want to know what's in a room means. Who are you? What organization you're representing? So shout it out so we can hear you. Our family.
Hey, this is Hakeem. I am a Lions Club member.
Woohoo!
Welcome in,
All right.
welcome in.
Who else is here? Who's in the room? You can just shout out your name. Yes, of
And
course.
Starfish Casters.
Yeah. Who else is here? Just say your name. Derek, we have someone up front.
Hi, I'm Esther from the Mental Health Association, and I'm so happy to be
All right, mental health. We love it. All right.
Got one more in the back. Hopefully my legs can get there quick enough.
For one here, I'm from the Bellefonte Lions Club. Hello, the Lions. All right.
All of us.
And I have my good friend Carmen here.
Hi.
And she has Carmen's Daycare in Claymont.
All right. Okay.
My childcare's name is Rachel.
Awesome. The right choice for your family. If you're in Claymont, that's where you should be.
All righty.
Rashid Mustafa, Newcastle County Community Outreach, and also member of Bellefonte Lions. Josiah.
That house. That's awesome. All righty. Anybody else?
Sounds like we got a really good crowd tonight,
We
Miss
do.
Hyatt. Like a lot of fun, some really great personalities.
All right. So, anybody's watching from home, we have live stream. So, let us know what you're thinking, where you're from. So, we'd love to hear. And please share it. Comment and like. And after the show, send it to people you know. It's live, not only live, but you could be shareable on YouTube. So, the show can be seen again.
Guys, we already have 3 people chiming in on our chat. We've got Heather Murray Elkins.
Yes.
Saying good to see you. We've got Nicole Shea watching from Long Island, New York.
All right.
And Tired Lady. I think that's someone's daughter in this room.
Oh,
Who
I
just-
love it.
Dropped off at college.
Yeah, so, yes, that
We're
is-
going to have some grown men crying tonight, everybody.
If Scott has it his way, that's his goal for me today. But yes, if I seem a little bit more energetic than usual, today was move-in day for my daughter, and she's a freshman at Dell State. So
Awesome.
We're very loose up here. But even people here in the audience, or if you're watching at home, you can pull out your phone, you can go onto YouTube,
share.
and on YouTube, put in Cause Community Network. And what will pop up is our YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers.
And sick.
And then this show is already running live. So you can share this live stream right to your social media.
Yes.
Part of this whole show is to spread the news that we have. And we make it easy for you by having a shareable link. Guys?
Yes. And I know he actually watches us. They have a meeting, but they were
wow.
supposed to be tuning in. So I just saw them at the clock.
So, awesome.
Maybe to be
So tonight's theme of the night is one that's a little personal and a little close to home to my heart as a peer. And tonight's theme is sharing your story. And the coolest thing about, at least in my idea, at least in my mind as a peer, is we use our stories, our past, and who we are, what we've gone through, to help others through some really challenging times. And people don't realize how powerful their actual story can be, or how they can use their story to inspire other people as well.
Absolutely. When you share your story, then we turn our struggles into strength. So it's important to talk about what you're going through, what's in your mind, so you never know who's you touch. So I always talk about when I'm here that I am bipolar. I have bipolar, but I'm not bipolar. Each time I say that, people are like, oh, I didn't know you had that. I'm like, yes, but again, I manage it, it doesn't manage me. So when I talk about that, so I always get people, oh, okay, I could do that. So important. Share your, whatever you have, strength, whatever you're going through, that's what made you who.
Absolutely. So every episode, we have goals that we try to reach with every episode. And tonight's goal, hopefully at the end, we want you all to be inspired to learn about your story. A lot of people really don't take time out to really kind of look back and what they've done and what they've accomplished. And when you take a look back to see everything that you've overcome in your life, you're gonna be like, person, pretty strong as well.
Absolutely. So share your story. And then what Scott was talking about, we want to expand this community. We want to reach more people. And it's positivity, spread positivity, just action of people stuff. So please share it with people. We know this happens every third Thursday. Come here to watch it live or in person. In person is and live streaming is awesome. So please tell people about this awesome thing happening.
All right, so next up is going to be our community set segment. What that is we go out in neighborhoods, go out to events. We just talk to other Delawareans about what that themed episode is. So check out what folks say about sharing their story.
All right, right back.
The way story can affect your life, or in my case, my life, will be coming from a different culture for me. I feel like growing up in a different culture will affect how my values, my roots, and my beliefs. Surrounding yourself with positive people, with a positive surrounding, could help you change your story to make you believe that you're good enough.
It makes me excited to be able to change from, the story of a victim to someone who is a survivor, and then someone who is actually thriving in their lives. And there was a series of small decisions that really took me to that point. It's not always clear. They're not always big decisions, but it really could be just a mindset changing from, looking at something from the negative to the positive. It opens up a wider array of options if you don't limit yourself.
You can change your story for good and bad. Usually people try to change their story for good. Like I said, because it's not your identity, this is not who you're going to be for the rest of your life. So you can change things. If you don't like what you did in the past, and you can change it to do something better, and you kind of rewrite your story, but you don't erase what already happened.
When you tell your story, it engages people to know that it's not just me, and your situation doesn't seem so hopeless. You now have a little more, let's go forward. And I think telling stories makes people want to go forward. You don't feel like giving up.
A lot of great things said, and now we want to know. Chime in and say, what do you think? What do you think about telling a story?
Talk about happened. Telling the story.
Well said.
That, my guy. Who's gonna try to follow that up?
I know.
I'll try to follow that up, but not with my own words. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Muppet Movie, original 1970 Jim Muppet movie. And what's really interesting in that movie is that if you know it, what you think is the happy ending doesn't necessarily happen. But with the way life turns out, realize that how it happens is magical. And Kermit looks right to the camera. Where's the camera? And he says, "Life's like a movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending we've just done what we set out to do. For the lovers, the dreamers, and you." But the point is, you know, though we maybe can't choose the way that our story started, with our purposeful actions, we can choose how it ends.
Wow, with the singing, with all of that, that's awesome. Anybody else want to follow that?
I don't even know where to go from that. Like, again, like that's Scott if you don't know.
No, I didn't know what I was walking into, and
Welcome.
I did say, you know, whatever this is, just wanted to go out with friends, and then I walk into this space that already feels welcoming, and so I'm an emotional wreck. Like, so honestly, like I'm holding it together well. I'm 100% able. I don't look it, so I'm holding it together well. So I say that to say that I'm extremely emotional right now already, just being in this space, and it's just hearing, because my story is too long to tell right now, and my story would instantly turn a lot of these smiles into like frowns, or not frowns, but the upside down, and I don't want to do. Face is just well. Hopefully, I'm hoping I don't have to duck out before it's over, because it's so for me right now, the welcoming, and I don't know how to handle all of that right now in the mental and emotional space. And so I don't. But oh wait, see, I was rambling. I did want to say that was my point of telling the story. Sometimes you don't want to tell that story because of the energy that you're already feeling from people, that you don't want to flip that on its ass. I've done that few. That's harsh for me, because like your smile right now, I know it would instantly go to what the heck, and I'm just like, that would be terrible for me, because that smile is a great smile. For you to end up just throwing it, well, not throwing it, but losing it because of, you know. So, but thank you for inviting me in this space, and I'd like to hear what's happening next.
Thank you.
No worries, man. Thank you for that.
Thank you for sharing. See, that's a whole. Say that something like that needs to. And I think just saying it the way you said it was.
Hey,
I'm
guys.
struggling, but I'm gonna be.
We have one more from our friend in Long Island. It says, "Don't let your past mistakes define you." Of that, you get to write your own story from here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for those words of wisdom, King, coming all the way from New York. Gotta get back up there. Only went once. It's kind of fun. What else? What else we got coming up next, you guys? All right. So this is one of our favorite parts of the show, and this is our five benefits. So this is where we hit you guys with just 5 reasons and 5 benefits why sharing your story can just be both uplifting, helpful, and inspiring. What's the first one we got?
Self-awareness and acceptance. It's very important to be aware of who you are, that I know what my trigger are, the space I belong to, what I can control. So the more I talk, I learn, I listen, what my words, the impact my words had of others had informed me how to behave in certain situations. Sometimes it's okay. I maybe put my foot in my mouth. I'm like, oh, maybe that's not good. Then that's really takes self-awareness of, okay, that's what not to do. And then I get feedback and said, I got to do that again. So that was all.
All right. So, oh man, healing and emotional release. I see this a lot with our students. So, one of our requirements in our Peer Cert class that at the end of the class, you share your recovery story. And inevitably, there's always a moment that student realizes they've overcome a lot to get to are to professional, professional people. That light is always one of my favorite things. One of the reasons I love the work that I do.
Next, finding meaning and purpose. Like for me, like being bipolar, I am 49 young. I am happy what I went through, person I am because of that. If I didn't understand pain, all that work that I did on, I'm able to lend a helping hand to others, be present and intentional, helping others. If I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't have been what I do. So it gave me purpose. That constantly back off right path.
That feedback is great. Helps keep moving forward even on the days when you don't think you're doing too well.
Yeah, and a lot of times like that.
Finding joy. So your story can be joyful, especially if you count some of the cool things you've done or some of the lessons that you learned, because you never know, somebody listening might use the tool that you past your hardships and turn around. Then they find joy. Share that with somebody else, use that story, and then they find joy. It just snowballs.
Positive, like the whole thing of us expanding, that joy can be shared, spread, so we can do that together.
Last one.
And self-closure. Okay, so sharing your story, stuff that you went through, by sharing it out loud, you can get closure. That's happened in my life. People that have hurt me, and I'm like, wow, like my dad, my relationship, a lot of struggle. But talking about it, and I'm like, and I get to, I'm like, I can create my relationship with it. I didn't have to let it stay all negative. I can create, and I'm so glad that I did that, because before he died, I was able to have that wonderful healing closure of seeing my dad for how I want him to, right? Not the hurt in the past. So sense of closure, talking, things that are bad. You got to speak it out. The closure is for you, not the other person. If the other person didn't understand it, that don't matter. You got your own closure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what we got coming up next? Game time. Game time. So if you're new to our show, we have a game that we call This or That. And this is purely audience participation, kind of taking it back to the old school, yelling to kind of judge to see the winner. So you guys are going to have to, you guys are going to choose two different things. All you got to do is just say this or that, and then me and Hyatt have the job of trying to figure out who won. So what's the first one we got?
This, or you could be with that. All right. Reading.
Reading or videos?
This or that. This or that. You got to scream it out. We can't hear you. This or that.
Now, I think we should make a distinction. Now, when we say reading, are we saying reading for fun? Or if you're in my case, all the reading that I do is for work. So I'm really not trying to do any more reading when I get home.
We're talking about fun.
Got you. Okay.
We're doing for fun actual book or your...
Then I'm a video. I'm a that guy.
Really? Really? What happened? I'm a huge...
Oh, this ought to be a good one.
All right.
Movie theater or home movie?
That or this? Really? I think before COVID, I was on this. Now, I don't think I've been to a movie theater since after that. That is true.
That is a wonderful point.
Very good distinction.
Wonderful point, because there's some movies you have to see in a theater.
You're right. Like Avatar, you wanted in a... You're right. It is. It really is. Just like here, collectively together.
I'm from Philly original. My name is Elijah, by the way. I'm sorry, I never said that. Yes, I'm sorry. But I've been here for 8 divorced, moved here, flipped the coin, Delaware, New Jersey. Anyway, back to the story. I'm sorry. See, I'm a rambler. So So the Troc in Philly that's closed now used to do Movie Monday, and they have and it's like the theater is just, if you've been there, it's really dope. So anyway, so like seeing Purple Rain, and it's not very large, so like seeing Purple Rain there packed with people, it was incredible. It was almost like actually being there in the movie a little bit. That, and actually also, I'm gonna age myself with this one. The Last Dragon. Seeing The Last Dragon there was incredible, especially when Shonuff comes into the theater. It was like the theater, man, it was crazy. Here you go.
All right, so we'll say remove this one on this round.
Yeah, I think this one.
All right. Final record or radio?
You already had some people place their age a
This
little bit.
or that, I know. What's the crowd? This.
See, we have a generational battle here. I knew this would do that. We have a generational battle
It
here
is
with
this.
this
All right, final record it is. All right. What's the next one? On stage?
one. Or in the audience.
This or that? This? Everybody want, okay, then next time you guys coming on then.
I was gonna say, though, most people might not believe me about that one, but it used to be that for me. I was terrified of being on stage till I met all you guys.
Okay, you see? The collective expanding community. Awesome. All right. Ooh. Half full or half empty? This or that? This, right? It is a choice. How do we
So-
see life?
One of the things I tell my peers is with that, the glass is actually full. It's half water, half air.
Woo! We got a new one. I like
So
that.
technically speaking, it's actually full.
It's always full.
It's just full of two different things.
All right. I love that. I know my mind is blown too. It's like very cool. Next.
This was fun, you guys. Thank you
Yes.
for making an amazing this or that segment.
Right now, let's hear about our community spotlight. Jennifer, what does she say?
Voices of Hope is a nonprofit recovery community organization, which means we are people in recovery, family members, and allies that have come together to help other people find and maintain long-term recovery. Voices of Hope provides harm reduction services, which is syringe exchange, Narcan distribution and education on how to avoid overdose death and consequences from using drugs. We do street outreach in some of our most impacted neighborhoods and on Main Street here in Elkton. We have 58 employees, and 95% of those are people who are in recovery themselves or family members and allies. That provides the compassion, the connection, and the true community care and relationship to make this really successful. We make relationships with people who use drugs, their family members, their friends, and we help support them. But we do that by engaging with them while they're using drugs, while they're at risk. And then we build on that relationship, always offering treatment and coordination to care, to higher levels of care, like health care or mental health care. We're open 24 hours a day, including nights and weekends and holidays, for anybody at any time to come in and talk to somebody or access treatment. Once they get to treatment, we try to hold on to them and support their families while they're going through treatment. When they get out of treatment, if they want to go to a recovery house, we help them coordinate to a recovery house in the community. We can help with overcoming barriers to that. And then we support them long-term by helping them overcome barriers to successful living, however they define it. Whether that's helping them get a driver's license or getting health care, mental health care, and staying engaged in that care. Finding employment or vocational training. Voices of Hope also provides training for people to become certified peer recovery specialists and community health outreach workers. They can come back here and volunteer with us, and then we end up hiring a lot of them. And it's a full circle of services from outreach to long-term recovery and everything in between. We have come together, people in recovery, to make Voices of Hope, to provide the services, to fill gaps in the continuum of care. That's what it's called, a continuum of care. But really, to us, it's a safety net of love. I think everybody has a story. We're living a story. And Voices of Hope is just a piece of a lot of people's story. Whether it's engaging with people who are actively using drugs and they're living through that part of their story, or they're in long-term recovery and we become a longer piece of their story. Sometimes we engage with people at the end of their story and we can provide compassionate care and support for the end. So we see a lot of snapshots of people's stories, and then they become a part of our story that we never forget. And sometimes our stories intertwine and we live them together. But stories do change, and we get to see the happy endings of the stories most of the time. I think I'm living proof of a story that can be changed. From my active addiction, my journey through treatment and recovery, and my connection to the recovery community, which has developed into Voices of Hope, been a part of my story that's hopefully is going to have a happy ending. Voices of Hope is all about people changing their own stories, not us changing it for them. But I think that our story is the dash that we have on our tombstone between the date of birth and the date of death. How do we want that dash to be? What do we want that dash to represent? And we get to say what it's going to mean for us. But that often means we can't do it alone. We need help. And that's what's beautiful about life, is that we help each other. Humans help each other. And you can access that help. Just find the people who love you and support you and stick close to them. Your story can change.
Powerful. Next is
Just want to jump up to say that the Spotlight is a segment that we send our producers out into the community to get a local story. So if you have anyone like to nominate an initiative that you think is so special, it could get filmed, special professional video, please contact us, put it in the chat, let us know so that we can want to get everybody spotlighted.
awesome. She's an amazing interviewer. An expert interviewer. Hello. I'm good here.
Hi. Very good to see you. And I gather that because I've heard so much about what you did and how great it was. So
okay. I hope it's as great as everybody
yeah.
said.
So no. The purpose. And tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yep. My name is Esther Hoffman Curtis. I am with
Welcome. Wait a story. Alice. But
I've been I had my violence halfway through talking about my um, I had to shut my laptop off camera. That was what I was dealing with. Have a start. I think one of the biggest I've ever. I have a lot of faith. I've seen one. That's exactly unable. Support. Oh. And 3, because it is healing, both for you and for the people that you're speaking with. One of the priorities that MHA has is elevating voices. So what we mean by that is that there are people in our community who have incredible stories. We want to give them the opportunity to be able to tell those stories in a way that will be helpful for other people. In one of the upcoming events that we have a military and veterans mental health summit. It's kind of a big deal. It involves, we want to try to engage every veteran and every military service member in Delaware. If we could do that, we would be thrilled. But we do bring in national speakers, people from all over the country, but a lot of them are local speakers. And being on a stage, excuse me, being on a stage and being able to share your story with other people who may be struggling with that internal voice that just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning, that gives you power. Sharing your story gives you power, and it also empowers other people to not be afraid to talk to others about their own story.
If it's okay with you, I'm going to go backwards just a little bit of what you talked about. So you talked about that you were at work and you went to one of these wellness seminars that was hosted through MHA, and you kind of heard your story and felt that moment. What brought you to that webinar?
I was working as a liaison for a behavioral health program, and it was a virtual seminar. I was doing data entry, which we all had to do, and I was kind of listening with half my brain. And at that point, I realized that there was a presentation from Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence, and the topic that they were going into, and I knew the topic going into it, but as they described, you know, the issue of like coercive control, manipulation, gaslighting, you know, I'd heard those terms before, but until I began to sort of understand the mechanics of those things, I didn't see how it applied to my life. So it was a massive, huge realization that then gave me sort of like a jumping off point.
So, to tell you a little bit about my story, and I'm going to try to hold back a little bit from my emotions that are getting to me right now. So, I currently work at an organization, and we provide funding for places like Mental Health Association to do wellness groups and those type of things and those trainings. And my functionality, and sometimes my functionality mainly is like I do a monthly call with somebody, you check in, you say how many groups you do, how many people you have. You are a person. You are one of those people that, like, I don't get that, and I'm overwhelmed with, you know, like, because my role isn't doing the session, like I fully believe in Mental Health Association to do them. And sometimes you get stuck in that day-to-day of what you do and what you're trying to do. And it's like having a tangible person that this moment hit. And for what it was worth, because it probably wasn't expected, probably didn't feel good, but it's the point that you are able to share your story.
Yeah, I had to take the rest of the day off.
And share your story here with other people that will hear it. And so, you know, it sort of makes me realize the importance of, you know, the actual work that gets done and what happens, and what piece of that I'm in, you know, in terms of the big picture. And so you made for me today, you made my story feel real, because some days my story doesn't always feel like it's real, because you're caught in a data collection cycle, you're caught in a reporting cycle, you're caught in a deadline cycle, you know, like, and so you put some tangible in, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you sharing, and sharing that with us. So, what would you said 2024, so we're thinking about probably a year. So that is a lot to come up here and share your story. There's parts of my story I don't even want to talk about.
Well, that actually happened in 2021.
Okay.
So it took me four or 5 years to get into the frame of mind where I could actually talk about it. But I feel like the being able to talk about it and be able to share my story with an audience, it gives the negative stuff a lot less power over me. And I think that's really important. Saying it out loud, being here and telling my story will give other people a sense of validation, in addition to me feeling, you know, like I'm actually doing something with this very tragic thing that happened to me. Gave me a bit of purpose. Yeah.
Thank you for tying that back in. And with that does come to our time, and you perfectly tied that back in of purpose. And that's what we're here for at the Monthly Purpose to do. So thank you so much for coming and talking to me.
Thank you,
nice
Amy.
to talk to you.
You too.
I'm not sure if you know or not, but our slogan is Wilmington is a place to be somebody.
Coming soon, gang culture.
Keep in mind, most folk who live in poor neighborhoods are not street identified. They don't know where the big bag of drugs are. They don't know where the guns are at.
Brothers, loving one another to make sure that we are not oppressed.
Created by youth and community members in Delaware.
What is one of the most interesting parts of your career with your work undercover as an officer?
Believe it or not, it's gonna sound crazy. I love selling dope. Like that was my thing.
A podcast all about gang violence awareness
One of my goals is to humanize people who are incarcerated. There's like incarcerated people.
Yes.
Because they're human beings.
Right.
Who made mistakes.
Created by youth and community members in Delaware.
When you hear the word gang, what do you picture?
A group of adults or lost kids.
Like, you don't want to have to bury your friend. Like, you don't have to lose your friend. Don't want to see him go to jail.
Gang Culture, dropping on all platforms June 25th. Brought to you by The Cause, helping each other evolve.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Yay, thank you.
The party is a chance for us all for one day to experience what it's like if we spend our lives helping others, connecting with strangers, trying to become united as one. The party is Delaware's largest service project.
The party is a place you come together with people who can offer so many wonderful things. You can participate. You can be part of the greater cause to make the world a better place. So why not?
The party is energetic. The party is the place to be.
The party is lit, fun, amazing, connecting people, longevity.
Party is service and helping others and being a part of it. You gotta be a part of it. You can't just let someone else do it for you.
The party is community. The party is engagement. The party is a bunch of like-minded people getting together and doing some good. That's what the party is.
All right, and if you weren't at the party this year, we'll see you next year at the Party 6. That's right. And the thing about the party, if the party is an event where we get as many groups as possible together to put service tables out so that people can do community service. But we believe that the party is actually every day. Now, I'm here not to talk about the party, but for the Toolbox segment. For those who are familiar with the show, each episode we have a segment called Toolbox, and the idea is to provide our audience with some sort of tool, either a skill, a mental way of looking at things, but some sort of tool that you can keep to use when you come across something that you need it. And the idea is the more tools in our toolbox, the more capable we will be at what comes our way. If we only have a hammer, we can only do that. But I think today we're going to get more than a hammer because we are here with Lauren Fonville, who I heard about through our producer, Sean. And today's tool is all about tapping, which is, I don't know what tapping is, so I'm here to learn this tool along with you. And if you are in the audience in the pamphlet or the brochure or the program, if you open that, there's some things you can follow along with.
Amazing.
So, Lauren, welcome to the Monthly Purpose.
Thank you for having me.
And tell us about the toolbox of tapping.
Yeah, so tapping is also referred to as EFT, and EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. And it is a process of gently tapping on certain points of the body while simultaneously acknowledging the emotions that you're feeling. And the idea behind it is that it's this process of really holding space for yourself and acknowledging how you feel. Because as human beings, we have a lot of experiences in our lives, and those experiences have emotions attached to them. And sometimes the emotions attached to those experiences are uncomfortable emotions like anger, frustration, overwhelm, sadness. Those are not the emotions that we generally enjoy feeling, so we tend to stuff them down. And then we distract ourselves by bringing our attention to something else. And over time, all of that stuff just builds up, and it can come out in some way. And sometimes it comes out emotionally, and sometimes it comes out physically. But we don't have to wait until we're in pain to acknowledge those emotions. We can process them through this process of tapping. on the body while acknowledging how you're feeling. And it can really help with a wide variety of conditions, ranging from anxiety and stress and overwhelm to reducing physical pain in the body. It's been shown to help reduce the symptoms of PTSD. It can help with cravings. It can help reduce limiting beliefs that you might have. And so it's a really, really powerful process.
And real quick, what's a limiting belief?
So a limiting belief is a thought like, I'm not good enough, or who am I to do that? Like this negative voice that we can have in our minds that can get really loud, and when we hear that thing over and over again, it feels really true, and we believe it to be true, and it can hold us back from doing things that we want to do.
All right, well, how do we tap?
Okay. So what we do to start is on the pinky side of the hand. So you can tap with either hand. I like to use my right hand and tap on the pinky side of the left hand. That's where we do what's called a setup statement. And I'll come back to that. The next point, and everybody here can tap along with us. So the next point is on the top of the head. And so you can do two hands. Obviously, I've got a mic here, so I'm using one. But you can use two hands. You can use the fingertips, or you can use the palm of the hand. And then we can come to the eyebrows. So the start of the eyebrows. And then we move to the sides of the eyes. And as we're moving through these points, you might notice which point feels the best. Or maybe you notice that there's a point that you naturally touch during the day. And then under the eye. Under the nose, onto the chin crease, and then the collarbone, really underneath the collarbone on the fleshy part, under the arm, so the side of the body.
Sorry, gotta be stupid.
And then the back of the hand between the pinky and the ring finger. So those are all the points that we tap on in a round of tapping is what we call it. But there are additional points on the body that you can tap or apply light pressure to. And so I do like to also share the fingertip points. So if you just squeeze at the bed of the nail on any finger, it's going to help to reduce the amount of cortisol. So that's a little bit about the science of what's actually happening, why this actually makes you feel better, is that it's reducing the cortisol in the body, and cortisol is the stress hormone. And there's studies that back that up, and it's been shown that tapping on the points or applying pressure to the points can reduce the amount of cortisol in the body by up to 43%. Oh my
gosh.
Yeah, it's a really big number. So if you are someone who starts to feel really anxious or really overwhelmed, you can just simply go to one of those points and start tapping and taking some nice deep breaths, and it will help you to feel a little bit more grounded in the body. But what I thought we could do is do a little tapping together. And so the way that a tapping session typically works, it's a very collaborative process in that, I would talk to the client about what they're feeling, and then I, as the practitioner, would make a statement, say a statement, and then the client repeats the statement.
Okay.
So what I think most of us can relate to on some level is dealing with anxiety and stress, right?
Okay.
So that's what I thought we could tap on today. So what we're going to do is tap on the pinky side of the hand, and then I'll just ask that you repeat after me.
Okay.
All right. So it goes like this. Even though I'm feeling anxious.
Even though I'm feeling anxious.
I love, honor, and accept myself.
I love, honor, and accept myself.
Even though I feel this anxiety in my body.
Even though I feel this anxiety in my body.
It's okay and I'm okay.
It's okay and I'm okay.
Even though I'm feeling anxious.
Even though I'm feeling anxious.
Right here, right now, I'm acknowledging it.
Right here, right now, I'm acknowledging it.
And then we'll come to the top of the head. I'm feeling anxious.
I'm feeling anxious.
Coming to the eyebrow. All this anxiety.
All this anxiety.
Side of the eye. I feel it in my body.
I feel it in my body.
And we could just pause as we tap on the side of the head here and notice when you feel anxiety, where do you feel it in the body? A common place is to feel it in the neck and the shoulders. You might feel tension. And so in your back. Yeah. So just kind of noticing where you might feel the anxiety in the body. And so we'll use those words. Under the eye, I feel this anxiety in my back.
I feel this anxiety in my back.
Under the nose, all this anxiety in my back.
All this anxiety in my back.
Onto the chin crease. I'd really like to let it go.
I'd really like to let it go.
Onto the collarbone. All this anxiety in my back.
All this anxiety in my back.
Under the arm. I'd really like to let it go.
I'd really like to let it go.
And then the back of the hand. I'm hoping that tapping will help me let it go.
I'm hoping that tapping will help me let it go.
And then we'll take a nice deep breath. And so as we do round after round, what happens is you just sort of start to check in with yourself and you notice what you're feeling. Sometimes you might notice a difference in the physical sensation in the body. Sometimes you might notice a past memory that comes to the surface. And you might be confused by that. You might think, oh, that doesn't have anything to do with my back pain. But I promise you that when a thought comes up like that, even when you don't think it makes sense, there's some sort of connection there. And tapping helps you to connect the dots between these things so that you can acknowledge them, hold space for them, and move through them.
Wow. As I was doing that, I did start to feel release just because I was aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes when you see something that says, hey, stop for a moment and breathe, unclench your teeth and do that, that started to happen to me without me thinking about it.
Amazing, yeah. Sometimes just the act of saying it out loud, you know, kind of to Esther's point earlier, what she was saying is speaking about your story out loud can help you to hear it. And sometimes when you hear it, it's like, oh, that's not, either you notice a difference in the physical sensation, or when we were like talking about limiting beliefs, if you're saying, I can't do this, and you hear yourself saying, I can't do this, and then it's like, that's ridiculous, of course I can do this. You know, you start to create some distance from it, so you start to think about things a little bit differently, and that can simply happen from just hearing yourself say it out loud.
I love it. And so this is a technique that you can use if you're feeling anxiety, or maybe even preventively, like during the day?
Yeah, so it's beautiful because it can be used proactively and it can be used reactively. So you can use it on a daily basis, you know, just tapping for a couple minutes every day, acknowledging how you're feeling, and then it can be used reactively in those situations where you're feeling really anxious, really overwhelmed, or you feel a panic attack coming on. And the more likely you are to use it is like if you're using it on a daily basis, you're going to be more likely to implement it, right? With any tool.
Practice makes permanent is one of the things that we work on. The more you work on it, the more permanent it'll be. Where could people learn more about this and you and your practice?
Yeah, so you can find me at mindshiftwithlauren.com. And if you're looking at the screen, you can scan the QR code, and that'll take you to all of my links. I do have a YouTube channel that's Mindshift with Lauren, where I put out weekly tapping videos, so you can tap along with me on a wide variety of topics.
I love it. And this seems like a tool. What do you think, audience? Is this something that you could be able to use? Well, so thank you for giving us our latest tool in the toolbox. But I am definitely going to be using it. Derek, the host, and I are both going through similar things right now, where we just dropped off our child at college. And I think I need a lot of tapping right now.
Tap it out.
I'm going to tap that out. Tap into America. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank
and
you.
that's our toolbox.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Derek again. We're going to cry together for a little bit.
He's been after me about this all day, man. He has.
Do you know I have a YouTube channel and a show called Crying to Music with Scott? Yes, I do. So this is true. Right now, there's 1,000 episodes, only 2 of which have been produced. But Crying to Music with Scott, if you would like to feel lethargic and cry, we pick a song and we cry together.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like, how do you expect me to respond to that?
I don't know, but this is part of my story. And I'm proud of it.
I think the only thing I can do now is just move on to what we got coming up next.
All right.
I cannot follow that if I tried.
Oh, we're skipping the commercials because it is time. Oh, yes.
So I got a chance to meet this gentleman earlier. It was my first time actually meeting him, and you can just tell like when somebody's got a really cool, just really chill vibe. And the personality that just oozes out of this gentleman, he is an amazing mentor for youth at AI DuPont. he's an avid music fan, and what I love most about kind of what he does and just kind of his whole get down is he uses music to be able to inspire his kids and inspire them to be at their best. And anybody that has that kind of dream is straight in my book, man. So do me a favor and help me bring Mr. Hakeem Purnell to the stage.
Appreciate you. How y'all doing? All right. My name is Hakeem Purnell. My artist name is Hak Raw, Hakraw. I have a single out on all streaming platforms right now called Make It. You can search it, Google it, Hakraw music, Hak Raw music. All right, follow me on all social media platforms. And I want to encourage you today, let you know you're going to make it. Regardless of what challenges you're dealing with in life, regardless of the adversity you're facing, you will make it. All right? All right, let's go. Come on, y'all. I know you'll make it, you will. Come on, yeah. I know you'll make it, you will. Yeah, hey. I know you'll make it, you will. That's right. I know you'll make it, you will. Listen. In the midst of my storms, when my skies look gray, burdens heavy, I'm confused and can't find my way. Lord, I put my trust in you. Take my mind out the situation. You'll give me peace going through my trials and tribulations. Plus, what I'm facing isn't really what it seems to be. You see its purpose when you look behind the scenery. Lord, do what you need to me. I surrender all. I toss my chips on the altar. Let them lie where they fall. Make it. That's right. Come on. I know you'll make it. I know you'll make it. I know you'll make it. You will. That's right. Come on, say, I know I'll make it, I will. Talk to yourself, y'all. Yeah, I know I'll make it, I will. Listen, Paul said all things work together for our good, but it seems like things are getting better in our hood. The poverty rates rising, politicians are lying, plus our babies are dying much earlier than they should. My heart breaks, but I keep faith, knowing that a change will come. 10 toes to the dirt, and I will never run. I ain't never scared. His love conquers all fear, so I'm prepared and always ready to take it there. I'm on my post like stop signs and street lights, letting them know if they seek life, then seek Christ. There's no need for perfection. All you need is accept it and believe in your heart. That's more than an outward expression. No concern for the frauds. He's seeking authentic connection. That's how you make an impression. All things are God are progressive. So keep your crowd to the dirt and don't you give up. Just look to the hills and keep your head up. I know you'll make it, you will. That's right. Come on. I know you'll make it, you will. That's right. Look at your neighbor and say, I know you'll make it, you will. Regardless of the adversity and the pressure going on, I know you'll make it, you will. That's right. I just come here to remind you that the sun will rise in the morning, that you will get past this circumstance and situation you're dealing with. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on hope. Don't give up on faith, because you will make it. Every day you're in the land of the living, you got another chance to keep moving forward. All right? You're going to make it. Listen, you can take it.
Man, that inspirational, dude, and that's what I love most about his whole vibe. I told y'all he had a really cool vibe about him, so can we give him one more hand?
I don't know about you, but I was actually tapping to that. I was tapping. I was telling myself, I know I make it, I will, during that thing. I was mixing these genres. Thank you, Lauren and Hakeem.
Say, hey, that's the purpose of what we do, you know?
That's right, I'm going to get out.
So this segment is usually our reach out, and I'm going to switch it up a little bit and kind of just take a couple seconds to talk about a really cool event that's coming up tomorrow. So if you're in the area and if you want to stop by the Bellevue Community Center Garden, they have what's called the Gather in the Garden tomorrow. Now, if you're looking for something to do, they're going to have bonfires, music, food. If you want to live out your inner kid, they're going to have a bouncy castle, which I'm a little bit too big for now, water slides, kids games. The two things that I love most about this, one, they're going to have naloxone training, which means something deeply to me as a peer. And the more people that we have out there that knows how to use this and knows how to administer it, the better. And then lastly, you get to dress as your favorite superhero. So I'm telling you, man, like, I'm down for the superhero costume. I got my guy waiting on it. He'll probably tell us more about it. So
And don't forget, DJ Smooth will also be there.
Absolutely, that's what I wanted to tell everybody. DJ Smooth is going to perform live tomorrow. He is an internationally known DJ. He's performed in Miami, New York, Washington, Florida, my house. I've thrown many parties, and he's DJ'd. He's my neighbor, 4 neighbors down. I've known him for years. Carmen knows him. He's a great guy. We're going to have a lot of fun. So come out and join us in the garden tomorrow. We're doing a bonfire. We're going to bring your family. We may do a little, boots on the ground. We're going to have a good time. I hope to see you all tomorrow.
So to close out the Reach Out segment, I'll just say, oh, my bad. I didn't tell y'all the time. It's from 5 to 7 tomorrow. I am so sorry. So check it out. To close the Reach Out segment, I just want to send a shout out to all the parents that are dropping off kids in college the next couple weeks. Like, it is both the most proud and the hardest time for us all. And I just want to make sure that they get the congratulations, because getting a kid to college and they survive 18 years, it's an accomplishment, man. So shout out to all the parents this weekend. All right, so what do we got left to close out the show?
We got the 10-second share.
All right, so this is the part where you guys as an audience just take a couple seconds and just let us know what you thought, how you're feeling. Just share what's on your mind and just kind of let us know what you thought of the show.
In 10 seconds.
Yes. What you got inspired by, what got you.
I think it was awesome. I think it was great hearing people's stories and how our stories can change and that we are in charge of that.
We're in charge. I love it.
Absolutely. And by the way, you got a really cool mom, man. Real talk.
Yes. Anyone else want to say?
Come on, my guy. I know you can do it. I got faith in you, bro. I got you.
This was so amazing and so overwhelming. It's crazy because I want to do something that's tapping that I've been working on for months. I want to do something with music that's just like that I want to do just like this with a live audience. I can't believe that I am tapped into 2 people right now with what stuff I want to do. That is insane to me. Like, insane to me. Oh, can I just give you my purpose real quick? So to sum up my purpose in life, that came to me March 22nd, 2025, in the midst of this traumatic year that I'm having. God, jeez. Okay, so the point, so to wrap up my purpose, so I'm currently I'm perfecting myself into this kindness disease, purposely infecting this world with kindness. So when I touch people or if people touch me, I say, hey, I'm sorry, I gave you something. Wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna cure from, there's no cure from this. Like, no, what you give me? And then they start getting a little aggressive, like, listen, I'm sorry, it's just a kindness disease. No, I mean, it's just, and then some people say, okay, give me some more of it. And so, like, that's the purpose. Like, that's what I'm doing. And so I do these things. So, like, I have so many projects that I want to work on because, like I'm premiering a speed dating next Thursday called Blind Mate Speed Date. It's a unmatched experience placing substance before sight, so the men are blindfolded, and the women bring substance. So like, and then in round 2, because this is a trio of segments. So in round 2, wait, I gotta tell you about how round 1 works. Oh wait, I'm sorry. See, I done took over. Oh my God. I humbly apologize. I really do.
You know what I love about this, Ms. Hyatt? At the end of our show, we always try to see if we met our goals.
I think we did.
I genuinely think we met our goals tonight because we got a new member of our community that just feels comfortable with us, and I think we did all right tonight. What do you think?
We expanded our community. community. We energize. We touch some hearts. So hey.
Yes, if you want to join the show and hang out with all the shenanigans that we do, or if you know somebody that would love this, definitely hit our QR code. We're always looking for guests, future shows, whether they be artists, and people that inspire, people that are just out there doing great work out here in these streets. So let us know about them, all right?
Yeah, we did. Thank you so much. So we're looking for guests, like we said. Amazing. I think we inspired everybody to learn, share your story, continue to spread kindness. In fact, the disease of kindness. I love it.
I'm stealing that.
spread
I'm
it
actually
out.
stealing that, actually,
Yes,
100%. So
we'll
now
spread that one.
it's our favorite time, man. Selfie time. So at the end of every show, we close with a group selfie. It's where we call everybody up, and as you see, all of the other selfies from other shows that we have. Plus, our producer Billy's the one that takes the picture, and he makes everybody feel prettier than what they are. So it's all good, man.
So it's really not a selfie, but it is a group picture.
All right, so all you are going to face me from the state, from
And
down
that-
here. So like Hyatt's front row. Come on in, everybody who's here.
And can we also get our crew too? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that the crew is a bunch of young producers who are part of the. So this whole thing was created by young producers. Let's get them in there too.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys in the back.
Sean,
Yeah.
Elena,
Come on,
they're
Sean,
calling you
Elena.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Woo!
He's working. Someone's got to run the show. All right, everybody in? Here we go. This is show 12, right? Whoa, holy cow, 12 shows. 1, 2, 3, purpose. Yeah. All right, thank you all for being a part of this. You're all a part of our community. Please spread the word. Music, Sean.